Hey, everybody, Joshua Phillips here with Churchill Mortgage, and sending these videos out on behalf of myself, my wife, Amy. We are the Phillips team at Churchill Mortgage. There's also my son, Jesse, that works here. As I always like to say, if you're working with the Phillips, you're working with a great mortgage team here at Churchill Mortgage, and we're happy to help you with your mortgage needs. Well, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to come back to this, but man, I've been playing around with ChatGPT, and it gave me this cool image. We'll come back to that in just a moment, but let's get into, as I always like to do when we do these videos, let's get into these charts and what's happening. Now, the theme today is going to be that mortgage rates can't seem to break through. And that applies to 10-year bonds as well. We talk about this a lot, that the 10-year Treasury note very much reflects mortgage rates. And we want to see that 10-year Treasury yield go down. And man, this is just a good example here this month where we started to see the 10-year Treasury yield. I got really excited. Just for a second, we got under 4.2. But what happened? We bounced back up to 4.4, which is actually like the highest level in a month. This very much reflects what's happening with mortgage rates. A couple weeks ago, we said, hey, mortgage rates are doing well. They're on their way. They're the best levels they've been in a couple months. And here it is. We bounced back up. So again, this is our 10-year Treasury yields. But then we're going to pull over here and, maybe this would be a good time to pull in this image. All right. You guys know I say this every time. What we are showing is a mortgage-backed security chart. And the way you can look at it is red is bad, green is good. And the higher the security price, the better mortgage rates are doing. This says are going. So anyway, thank you, ChatGPT. I have no idea why it added a guitar, maybe because I am in Music City. So anyway, but there's a little graphic there for you. But as we look at this chart, which we always look at, we can see what's been happening over the last 90 days. And this paints a picture for us. And once again, we had this really nice run. Man, the month of June was really good for mortgage rates as we saw rates improve during the month, a quarter, maybe even 0.3% from the low of the month to the high. And that kind of June 26th right there. I mean, rates were pretty darn good. We were seeing rates certainly in the sixes, but improving into the sixes and getting into the, moving lower in the sixes. Not that we were in the low sixes necessarily, but seeing rates improve. If we pull back here to a 6-month chart that basically goes over the first half of the year, we actually saw the best rates of the year back in April and early April, and then we were kind of getting to that spot again. But what happened? This has happened time and time again, that roller coaster where that was kind of what we saw back on June 26th was the best rates we've seen in the last couple months. And then, of course, we've seen rates go up just a little bit. They've probably gone up 1/8 of a point over the last 2 weeks, so nothing major. Again, we've talked about this a lot. This year, mortgage rates from top to bottom have only moved maybe 0.5%, maybe 5/8% throughout the year from the best levels to the worst levels. And, we've kind of ranged from, let's say, the mid sixes to the, low sevens. Is kind of just back and forth where we pinged. And every time we get to that point, it seems like we get kind of beat back down. I'm like, oh man, we're just right on the precipice of maybe some good refinance opportunities. And then we kind of see rates get worse. On a positive side, we're seeing obviously more consistency. Rates are pretty steady this year versus the last couple of years where rates were, we'll always take that over rates going up. But it's really hard to see, of course, as always, what are rates going to do next? I have no idea. We just report what's happening. What I will say is that these lines right here that you'll see are what's called moving averages. You can look at the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day. That is an average price of those last period of time. We're up against, and we want to stay above those lines. That way it becomes a support for us. And today it looks like we're going to close below the 25-day moving average. Not by much, so maybe not anything to be majorly concerned about. We would hope that maybe we can bounce back above that and once again see rates improve. Again, I would say as a whole, if we step back, we're probably at the well, we're kind of at the midpoint of where we've been this year as far as mortgage rates. So not too hot, not too cold, just right in the middle. Anyway, well, hope you're having a great summer. I know we're seeing a lot of activity. People are out there looking and buying homes right now. If you'd like to talk with us, we're always here to have a conversation. Whether you're looking to buy like this summer, this fall, or a year from now, we love to talk to folks and have that conversation, help prepare people to purchase a home. We can also talk about like what specific rates are available to you and what you might qualify. Any of those things we can help you with, we're here to do so. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.